What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Ham Radio Crash Course. Welcome to Saturday. Hope you had a wonderful week. People are talking about the podcast in the chat. Oh boy, was that a podcast. That was another long one. A hot, long podcast. Oh boy. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about communications, bug out, or if you will, get home bag. They have slightly different purposes, and we will be talking about them. I've assembled a ton of gear on the workbench. We'll be doing the overhead, but I've got some slides as well to cover my thoughts. And so hopefully that will be helpful. Enjoy the memes as we get things kicked off. I don't know why it does that. What is up, everybody? That's the wrong one. Look at that. I'm not ending the show. How's it going, everybody? I'm Josh, KI6NAZ. Hey, thanks, Joe Cup, for joining the membership here on the Ham Radio Crash Course. And again, this is the Ham Radio Crash Course, where we try and cover lots of interesting things in ham radio. I try and be an introduction to some of you that are seeing things for the first time. We're talking about new ideas, and we try and experience it together. It's a fun place to learn. At least that's the attempt I make. We have a Facebook group as well as the Ham Radio Crash Course Discord, which is a live chat room. Speaking of Discord, I've got a giveaway going on at Discord right now. The link is already linked up there in the pins, and there's a link in the description for the video. What I'm giving away today is the Abri chest harness that I did a video of this week. So that's it right there. There's that Abri chest harness. So we'll pick a winner at the end of the show, and then I'll give that away to them. So thanks, everybody, for hopping on. Cucamonga, California. You're not far from me at all. What's up? Thanks for joining us out here. Let's see. Van Life Adventures. Am I late? No. I just clicked the wrong button to start things off. Everything is good. Anyway, like I said, thanks so much for coming out. If this is your first time, I'd really appreciate the sub. Go ahead and do that now, and click that thumbs up if you have not already. So what are we talking about? We're talking about get home bags, bug out bags, small, portable, usually on your back kits that you will carry. I'm going to be showing you some, basically what I have, and some things that you can splash in, take out, depending on where you live, because this is going to be totally dependent on what your situation is like, and you know, the realities of your weather, the climate, the actual disasters that may be in your area, and what you need to plan for. So again, thanks for watching. A couple of news items. Let's go ahead and flip it over here. A couple of new shirts. Leia has been hard at work. She's created some onesies. So the good propagation onesie. I am the result of good propagation. I thought that was great. That might have been a suggestion on the Ham Radio Crash Course podcast, where we read your emails live. And if we make a shirt based off of your ideas, we'll send you one for free for giving us an idea to work off of. So thanks so much for doing that. There is another onesie. It is the baby I Push the Button, which is definitely something that my kids have said before in a myriad of colors. So if you've got children that you want to be hams in the future, maybe get them started young, and Leia does a good job. The last one, though, came from the last podcast. Oh, it was from Toby. Thank you, Leia. My wife is in the chat. This one, I love it. Resonate, radiate, and propagate, which is a joke off of, let's see what it looks like. And ooh, look at that in black. Resonate, radiate, propagate is a play on live, laugh, love. So I think that's fantastic. So for all the potential, people that you think might like that slogan, that you might want to check that out. Uncle Slam says, Josh, to be clear, are these adult onesies? Are onesies for babies asking for a friend? Yeah, these are baby onesies. These are for children. So just thanks, Leia, for the amazing work as you always do. Resonate, radiate, propagate is a great one. I definitely love that, so thanks. Okay, a couple other things. The QSO Today Virtual Ham Expo is going on right now. I was in a lot of the sessions today, and I also listened to the keynote from David Minster. I really liked the keynote message that David put out there. And I know that there's some people that had problems with some stuff, getting access to the show, and then they're using a new streaming system. And I just want to say, even for like a modest stream like I do, right? It's just one computer and, I've got a lot of things connected to it. It's difficult. I run into problems all the time. And then you imagine you're trying to do that, an international stream, and all the difficulties that comes into it, all the potential IT issues, many people streaming from all over the place. It's kind of difficult. So I really appreciate the effort that Eric and the whole team over there, Brad as well, have put into doing this. I did enjoy all the talks that I attended today. And yeah, it was a lot of good. Shout out to Clint there for his his FM satellite presentation. Jason was out there too, Ham Radio 2.0. So good job, everybody. I respect what you're doing out there. Okay, last thing, just want to throw this out there. Next week is a big week for Last Man Standing. They're wrapping up the show, and that means they're also wrapping up the production of the Ham Shack that is on the set. So I'm going to pour out this Orderville Modern Times beer here, a little IPA, and we're going to play a little video.
If you're a fan of Tim Allen's TV series Last Man Standing, you'll have a final chance to contact the show's amateur radio club station before it goes QRT.
KA0XTT73.
The week-long KA6 LMS radio special event starts on March 24th at 0000 UTC and runs through 2359 UTC.
Hey, how about we try that one more time?
If you're a fan of Tim Allen, you'll have a final chance to contact the show's amateur radio club station before it goes QRT.
Oh, so I'm just duplicating the audio, so now we got an echo, so I'll fix that
The
right now.
week-long KA6 LMS radio special event starts on March 24th at 0000 UTC and runs through 2359 UTC on March 30th. This will be an all-mode, all-band event.
Can I actually pull my face into this?
This is KA6, LMS, Kilo Alpha 6,
This is Kilo Alpha 6, Lima Mike Sierra, calling CQ.
Fans will have the opportunity to work the bonus one-by-one stations, K6L, K6M, K6S, W6L, W6M, and W6S. Stations from every call sign area will operate as KA6LMS/0 through KA6LMS/9 and KA6LMS/VE, providing nationwide and international coverage. The remote operators are a virtual who's who of ham celebrities, contesters, and podcasters. Many will live stream their operations. Check spotting sites like DX Summit for pop-up operations on any day and at any time during the event week. We expect the on-stage radios to be in operation from the studio in California on Saturday, March 27th at 1800 UTC using 20 meters, and on Sunday at 2200 UTC using 40 meters. If you're a fan of digital modes, Saturday, March 27th is your day. At 1700 UTC, KA6 LMS will be using D-Star on Reflector 12 Alpha, hosted by the Papa repeater system. At 1900 UTC, the D-Star action moves to Reflector 30 Bravo, hosted by Georgia D-Star. At 2300 UTC, AmateurLogic.tv will host the KA6 LMS Multi-Mode USO Party, using All-Star, DMR, D-Star, NXDN, P25, Echolink, Ham Shack Hotline, Wires X, and Yaesu System Fusion.
Sorry about the reverb. That was my fault.
In addition to the multi-mode QSO party hosted by AmateurLogic.tv on the evening of March 27th,
there you go. Now you can see the time.
You'll have 6 more
Sorry about
opportunities to use that mode.
There's a little bit of reverb. I fixed it though.
will operate as KA6 LMS on March 25th at 1800 hours and 2100 hours UTC. On March 27th at 1600 hours UTC. On March 28th at 2100 hours UTC. and on March
Okay.
30th at 1800 hours and 2100 hours UTC.
So there's the link, and I'll
Please
post the
check
link in the
the event
description.
webpage for talk group information.
gsbark.org LMS.
KA6 LMS QSL cards
All right.
will be available for
You get the
stations
idea.
who
You can go to the link in the description, and it'll give you more information when this reposts. So, hey, I will be out there. Likely my stream next week will have some part of this, or I'll actually stream an extra day. So, yeah, very cool. I'm excited. Last thing. The Cycle 25 shirt, the ARRL sent me this. Show the back of it. Am I in frame? There it is. Pretty cool shirt. So thanks ARRL for that as well. Okay, enough of all that funny business. We're going to have some fun here. I do want to say we do have a guest here in the Ham Shack. We do have a guest on this stream. Everybody has mentioned many, many times that my wife needs to be on the videos. And so that's what we're going to do. My wife is here in the shack. So please say hi to Leia. There she is right there. She's on the show with us. John Jarden, thank you very much for becoming a member. I appreciate it. So anyway, we'll be talking about some stuff here. Okay, what's going on? Bug out and get home bags. Communication EDC ideas. All right, so what should you be preparing for? Why even have a bug out bag or a get home bag? And really, I want to be... People take preparedness and they almost treat it like a 4-letter word. They get kind of sensitive to it, like it's people that are kind of paranoid or intense. That's just not the case. Case in point, I live in Southern California. I've lived through multiple earthquakes, including the Whittier Narrows earthquake. I was in Whittier for the Whittier Narrows earthquake. It wrecked the joint. We're out of power, out of gas, much like what those in Texas went through. No power. Water is a boil requirement before you can use it. There's all kinds of reasons to be prepared. And you know, a story that I like to mention is my dad was at work when the earthquake happened. He worked graveyard shift at the airport. I mentioned him on the video that I did on SDRs, right, the airband SDRs. He was at either Long Beach Airport or maybe LAX at that time, or Ontario. And he was literally in a hangar, and it shook so bad. The glass started breaking. There's glass everywhere. He cut his arm. He was at work. There's all kinds of realities of getting from point A to point B after a disaster. You can assume it's going to take you longer to get where you're going, and that you could very much be impacted by said disaster. And it doesn't even have to be something like a big earthquake. It could be just really cold weather, like Texas found out about, right? How many people were not expecting that, I bet, right? And the difficulties that go into that. So that's kind of the reason to prepare. And by prepare, I'm talking about putting a bag together. I'm not talking about anything crazy, but you could treat this as kind of a starting off point of getting more prepared, right? Getting more into the important things that you may want to do to just be more comfortable if something happens. Wildfires, another big thing we've got in California. Everybody knows that. I don't need to mention that. But think in your head, I'm telling you why I do what I do. Earthquakes, wildfires, where will I be? I commute to work. What do you do? What potential situations can you find yourself in? I appreciate most of us are working from home, but still, think about that. So yeah, ever since Whittier, I keep food, water, and the 10 essentials close by wherever I am at, whether it's in a car, in a backpack, at home, always. And at home, multiple instances of the 10 essentials. Universal considerations for human life. Water, food, shelter. You start there, right? I need more of that. All easy to prepare for and carry if needed based on your situation. And communication makes coordinating getting more of that stuff or making sure the wellness of your family and your friends are intact. So the basics, this is the 10 essentials. Thank you, Boy Scouts. One thing that absolutely stuck in my mind is the 10 essentials. The link is in the description to the 10 essentials, and there's a myriad versions of the 10 essentials. So if you are interested in the concept of what the 10 essentials are, go take the link to the Wikipedia article, and there are multiple links within that, and there are multiple Google things that you could look up for understanding what the 10 essentials is. But basically, some of these, again, are going to be specific for going outdoors, specific for a person in a certain place. If you don't need maps and a compass or a GPS, then then you don't need it. That's fine. But how big are compasses really? Not that big. How big is a map? Not that big. So, maybe you just throw it in anyway. Sun protection. These are ranked. This is the Boy Scout ranking. These rankings change depending on, again, who you are, where you're at, etc. Me in California, sun protection, real thing, particularly when I owned a convertible. Extra clothing, absolutely. A flashlight, first aid kit, fire starters, pocket knife, food, water, rain gear. But this is going to depend on your situation. So start thinking about that stuff, right? This is just like some of the things you have. This is the essentials. Everything else we're going to talk about is like steps up in adding to comfort, survivability in bad cases, and just, everything that goes in between there. Often considered the what to bring when you go outdoors, the essentials can be valuable wherever you go. Really, they can be. How often have I had my backpack, which includes a proper couple of blood stoppers, which we'll talk about, and also like a boo-boo kit. And they are usually separate, so you don't just open up a blood stopper and Band-Aids go flying everywhere to help out the kids, right? We will talk about that because I've got some kid items that I definitely highly recommend. Okay. So how do comms fit in when you're, off grid, right? As we mentioned with the earthquakes, everything that goes into that. I literally, after the Whittier Narrows earthquake, we were also like living out of a trailer because gas was shut off all over the place. Houses literally shifted off their foundations, snapped the gas lines, and they had to shut everything down. So serious, like it's legit. So what do you do with comms, right? We had another live stream that we did with Evan and Dom where we covered, what is the actual data, your data, traffic, right? Voice traffic, data in some cases. What is it that we're exchanging? Where are you, right? What do you have supplies? Do you need supplies? What are the status of your supplies? Coordination, requesting aid, organize a meeting. So I talked about the 10 essentials and what you should have in a backpack maybe. And then now I'm mentioning comms. Well, how do we merge them together, right? What do you normally communicate to others? Why? Why do you do that? When you have a phone, what are you communicating? Think about that and then just say, I don't have my phone. How will I communicate? It's a thing. It's a real thing to consider. Communication is a universal need because we are humans. We live in a society. We build groups and relationships, complex relationships with friends, family, and loved ones. All these things play into who you want to talk to and why. All right, so communication priorities. This is my opinion based off of my geographic area. Again, is VHF, UHF comms are going to be are the primary use case. They're active. We have a huge infrastructure already in place. They have been used during disasters, earthquakes, fires, you name it, up and down California. Southern California, though, we've got a really good coverage. Mainly FM, so that includes amateur, FRS, and GMRS, right? You're watching the Ham Radio Crash Course, but I respect those other services as well, and think you should too, because we'll talk about why. Amateur radio data, right? APRS. I've talked about APRS many times. APRS is absolutely something that I would use or I would plan to use. Why? Well, other people that I know that have APRS, we can communicate very easily, and oftentimes it can be more effective than voice. So HF, we're talking about a bag again, right? A backpack. So HF can be more difficult, not because the radios are big. No, not at all. The radios are small, easy to carry, easy to pack. The antennas are a little bit bigger, though, and you're going to have to take time to assemble them. And if you're trying to get home, maybe you're not going to set up an antenna and start communicating. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. It's your situation. If I'm on the 91 freeway, I don't know that I'm going to pop up a mask while people are walking by and I'll be like, what are you doing? Oh, I'm trying to activate the 91 freeway. I don't know that I'll be doing that. I'll probably be putting on my spare set of shoes and walking over to my home, the 20 or something miles. Hopefully less. Hopefully I made it closer before the earthquake hit. But with HF, I would be doing single sideband voice. Of course, you'd be doing voice and data, right? We talk about data a lot. We talked about data last week, not data from Star Trek, data with Evan and Dom with regards to emergency communications. Man, that chat is flying fast. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Thank you so much for watching, by the way. It's hard to follow everything, but I know there are people that are, and I appreciate the conversation. So cheers to everybody in the chat. Thanks for coming out. All right, so to tie it all together before we flip it over, I start looking at the stuff I've got on the table. Ooh, hey, thank you, KN6NLJ. Thank you for the super chat. Love the channel. New ham. Got my tech 1 month ago tomorrow. Hey, congratulations. That's awesome. KN6NLJ. Congrats, man. Bug out or get home. Why distinguish? So generally, the term bug out implies, and I could go a long time talking about this. Bug out implies living like out of your bag and likely carrying it on your back or something that is man portable, man packable. Maybe it's a car. People do bug out cars, bug out trucks, bug out four-wheel drive vehicles, etc., etc. The problem with that is, though, is oftentimes you're generally better off staying home. But this term bug out bag is so prevalent within people looking for personal preparedness items, being personally prepared, that you have to include it a lot of times. So we will talk about some bug out aspects, but a lot of times I would argue a get home bag is going to be a little bit more practical, effective, all that stuff. So get home implies you have enough gear to get you from where you think reasonably you could be. 20 miles from home, in my case. And I need to walk back home. Why am I going home? Because that's all where my better gear is. All my better gear. Boom, boom stuff, the radios, the food, you know, you name it. Get home is my priority, but you can cover both cases with some planning. So that's the slides, the little intro to all of this. So I'm going to walk through some items that I like, that I carry, and we're going to spend a little time doing that. So thanks, everybody, for coming out again. And, yeah, again, shout out to my wife there. I bought that pillow on Amazon. I think it was like $7. I love it. It's going to be in a video. I hinted at it on the podcast, and I felt so bad that I didn't let Leia just say it. So I'm letting her introduce it herself. So, okay. All right. Hey, Stack Smasher. Hello, ham dudes. Keep up the good work, Josh. Hey, buddy, I appreciate that. Super cool. Hey, and reminder, let's see what we got going on really quick. We got that Discord after chat. Let's make sure I'm over there. I do have a link in the description and pinned to the top of this chat. If you go to the Discord and you click on that little party horn that's above that radio lady right there, the lady holding the radio, it says 350 right now. If you click that little red horn, you're entered in the contest. And that's it. We're going to pick a winner in 29 minutes and 37 seconds. There you go. And that's to win the incredible Abri chest harness. Stack Smasher, again, thank you for that super chat. I appreciate it. And then you got Wayne, good info wrapped up in so much fun. Love it. Thank you. I appreciate that. Okay. I guess I can close my laptop now. I'm not going to need that for a little while. Thank you, Wayne. All right, so we're going to get the Abri out of the way first. That will go to a good home. I snuck this in here because I got a couple of things I want to show you. Did anyone get the new ARRL QST? Got a cool thing to show you in here. Actually, two cool things. I think the coolest thing, though, is right here in front. Our boy Jason, KM4ACK of Build-A-Pie fame and YouTube. What a cool in-depth member spotlight they did on Jason. Totally deserving. Jason single-handedly made the Raspberry Pi a thing that made Raspberry Pis just a name in ham radio. I should grab my beer for this. Because his work literally, KM4ACK, look him up. His work literally is making the Raspberry Pi immensely usable to so many hams. And that brings people into the hobby, keeps them in the hobby, keeps them interested, makes it fun. Has emergency preparedness capabilities, with the Raspberry Pi. So maybe something you put in your bug out bag is a Raspberry Pi. This is my outdoors bug out Raspberry Pi. Maybe not the most bug outy because it's got the GPIO pins external like that, but Jason, Dude, that's awesome. Shout out to you. I'm glad you got that. I did get a shout out, and I think, yeah, it's right there. So I did get that award for the Bill Leonard Professional Media Award. I'm so thankful and honored, appreciative of the ARRL. That's very nice of them to do that. So I really appreciate that. Thank you, guys. And I appreciate the shirt. Appreciate everything you're doing. David, cheers to you. Multiple people at the ARRL whose names I'm blanking on. I'm sorry, I am live. But, boy, yeah, I've talked to you, and we'll be working in the future. It was a lot of fun. So, all right, so first thing, what's the bag that I would take out or that I pack for my bug out? This is a Patagonia. It is an Atom 18 liter. Not a big bag. This bag is black, fairly nondescript. In fact, I wouldn't leave this Gotenna on there, but that has capability. It has really, really, really nice straps. Really, really nice straps. That's the reason I got this. There's actually a couple more reasons that we're going to talk about, but the straps are one of the major selling points. There's a side load pouch that is padded for like a laptop or electronics or a solar panel that you can cram in there, and we'll talk about that too. But here's the reason why I went with this over something that's like tactical, has straps, has MOLLE, has all that stuff. There's a concept called the gray man. The gray man concept of preparedness, equipment that you wear on your person, what you carry, is to blend in. You want to blend in if you're in an environment where it could be dangerous or after a disaster or whatever. The gray man is just an idea of making it so you don't stand out, making it so you don't look like you should have more attention applied to you than you might already have. So I like this bag for that reason. There's another reason. This zip here in the middle, instead of having one of those JanSport pockets that's the lower half, it opens in the middle, and it opens wide like this. So why would you want that? Well, I'll dive right into that first, because I think that's probably one of the more important things to cover. First aid. I put first aid items on the top pouch. It's a single pull right down the middle. This all stuffs inside of it, and you have really fast access. It's not a zip and then reach your hand in. It is literally open, and then boom, you've got access to it. I have a glow in the dark dongle on here. Perfect. That's exactly why I want this. Boom, I'm in. There's your tourniquet or blood stopper or Israeli bandage, etc. Those two things we'll mention again. This is a cat tourniquet. These actually, you do have to use these and train with them and understand how they work. I suggest a blood stopper class if you have not already taken something like that or thought about doing that. If you've done a Red Cross first aid class, it is a really good idea to do a blood stopper course. Israeli bandage is a compression bandage. It's not a tourniquet. Also a good idea. This is the 7-inch. I think this is the 7-inch. 6-inch, sorry. Good call. I rubber band this on there. It's a SWAT tourniquet. These are not as good as the rat, but I would put that on the list. Flying squirrel, cool topic. Thanks for all you have taught us. Hey, appreciate that, man. Super. Whoa, Uncle Slam. Dude, thank you so much. He says, great stuff. You sold me on ham radio back in September, made tech the same month, and general the next month. Studying extra now and charity. Any charities y'all support, we'll make a donation. Oh, dude, Uncle Slam. So there's really, gosh, you know, that's a great question. When I got the Bill Leonard Award, that $250 that the ARRL gives is for a charity. I really wanted it to go to a testing organization. I wanted to pay it forward to get more people licensed. And I was gobsmacked to find a charitable organization that would take the money to put towards getting people licensed. I wanted it to go there. But an extremely good alternative was Handy Hams. And that's where the money went. So it went to Handy Hams, which I think is a great group as well, well deserving of the money. So Handy Hams is a organization that tries to help out those that have disabilities with ham radio. So I thought that was great. Last tip for medical. Other than, you know, I only include this because it's Band-Aids. take it out of the box, put it in a bag. Leukotape. All this stuff, by the way, is linked in my Amazon store, which is in the description. Leukotape is awesome. I use this to close wounds, use this to put some kind of cotton or something, and then wrap this. Leukotape bonds really well to the skin. You can take a shower with Leukotape on, and it will not come off. You almost have to cut this stuff off. It's fantastic for that. You can walk on this stuff. So if you sometimes want moleskin, don't. Get Leukotape. Just add a couple of layers. It will not come off your foot. It will not if you get hot spots. Oh, you know what? Last thing, since I mentioned kids. I have so much stuff here. Where is it? There it is. This Neosporin to go. Oh, you know what? Let me focus. There we go. Got it. Neosporin to go. It's got a little bit of lidocaine in it. And this is great for the kids. Like when they scratch their knee, I hit them with this stuff. And it stings for like half a second, and then they're good. And then they're back out playing. So that's for you parents in the house. Okay. So I'll get the bag out of the way for now. Let's go straight to comms, because I know that's what everybody's really curious about. So I am going to make some space. Now, I know there's a lot of technicians in the house, so we'll talk technician stuff, and then we'll go a little bit deeper. I have a couple of radios here that we'll talk for technicians. I've obviously got this GMRS radio that you're probably looking at. What's up with the GMRS radio? Well, GMRS radios, when you have your GMRS license, or if we're talking in an emergency, right, you can transmit in an emergency on any service, but obviously I want you to get your license and consider being prepared before anything happens. The advantage of GMRS is you can output and cooperate or interoperate with FRS frequencies. So little FRS handy talkies, Walmart blister pack radios, that stuff, this will work fine for that. Why I like the GXT is generally all radios will come down to this to some level. It has a rechargeable battery, but if you pop that out, it takes AA cells. So depending on what solar options you deploy, depending on if you have a battery charger or the capability to charge batteries in the field, this is a great option for that. So that is why I include that GXT, Midland GXT. Yaesu FT2DX is really just a representative of a ham radio. Why I mention that? APRS. And I missed a super chat. I missed a couple super chats. I apologize. Let me go back a step. Nick Lang, you played a major role in all my radio selections to get started. Just got my tech a few weeks ago, setting up my hotspot now on my AT878 KC1 OTX. Thank you very much, Nick Lang, and I appreciate that. K Booty with the 666. Using a molly-covered bug-out bag is like wearing one of those IDPA vests. It says, shoot me first. By the way, K Booty on Twitter, K Booty in the Discord, post a deep fake of me and Mike K8MRD, which I fell out of my chair laughing. My wife was like, that is horrifying. Mike, I think, lost his mind laughing at how funny that was. K Booty, you are a madman. So thank you very much for that. All right, so FT2DX, the reason it's here is at APRS. We have another APRS option we'll talk about, but if you got this right out of the box, it's a used radio now. Obviously, the FT3DR is the current version. Good radio, still good. I like this in some cases. I like the screen a little bit better on this radio. So consider that. Okay, lastly, the Baofeng. Everybody's got a Baofeng, right? This one's a little bit different, though. This is a UV5X. This is a GMRS radio. I just put it here because it's a Baofeng. Sure, so Baofeng. All right, let's open this bad boy. So I talked about when I did the Mophie Link radio discussion. The Mophie Link is a KISS TNC, keep it simple, terminal node controller that I have forever bonded to the back of my Kenwood THF6, which is literally one of my favorite radios. This thing is awesome. I love this radio so much. This cable, I think, fell when I got ready for the live stream, but it plugs in through the top. And what this allows you to do is APRS via a tablet or your phone or a computer, as well as do WinLink, which is exactly one of the things I mentioned when I got started, right when we were going through the slides, is you'll use something like WinLink for data, etc., etc. Now, because I have the space, I included this, but I included this for a specific reason. Probably a lot of you already know what this is. So this is obviously the K6ARK, amazing end-fed half-wave. This one goes up to 40 meters. Works great. I did a review of this. There will be more coming out about this antenna soon, hopefully soon. The mountain topper. So you're thinking, Morse code. Didn't you say data? HF data? What's up with that? Technicians can use Morse code. Technicians can use 40 meters, 15 meters, and 80 meters. CW, even out of a radio like this, it doesn't put out many watts, is still going to get your signal way out there. Usable, capable signals. Now, in an emergency, do I think people would necessarily be doing traffic with HF? No. But in a dire situation, who knows? So I mention it there because I think you should consider it. So it also fits in the box and it looks cool. So I'll be honest, that's another reason I put it there. All right, showing off the paddle that nobody can buy. I apologize for that. The Pico paddle and the antenna that I mate with the Kenwood is this MFJ extendable Baton pointer antenna. And I've used this multiple times to hit the WinLink node that's by my house. And it works great for that. So that's my little VHF Go kit thing right there. That just kind of packs in like that. And I actually have a gaiter that goes over the top of it like that. And it closes up. In it, or packed away, is this Pelican 1060 case. Why is it still doing that? The alert box is bugging out. It's done. So this all packs away in this little 1060. Now, the reason why I mention this is so here's your visual view of this. This packs up really nicely. Now, my preference in a go bag situation is, come on, buddy, is to grab your 705 and throw that in a bag, right? It's a larger QRP radio. So showing them side by side like that. Right? Little big. In comparison, you guys hear me okay? Sorry. There's an X5105 next to it. I bring that up. Oh, sound was gone. Okay, well, hopefully it's gone. Or hopefully it's back. The reason I mention is I've got this simple Blackhawk Thermos water holder that you just kind of throw this bad boy in. And then on the outer pocket is where you put your power cable or a microphone, speaker mic combo, and then that goes in the bag just like that. But that takes up a decent chunk of space. So you got to consider that, particularly if you have something like this 18-liter Atom. So maybe this option might be better for you, or you have some other radio, or maybe you forego a transmitter, even a CW transmitter, and you go with something like the Belka DX. If you watched my Instagram video that I posted, here is the Belka DX. Thanks to Quirky QRP for kind of putting the spurs to me on going and checking this radio out. Here's my hand. Here's my hand in the radio. Tiny. And this does all mode. 1.5 through 31 megahertz all mode receiver. Not a transmitter, receiver. But as covered in other emergency videos, receiving of radio frequencies is sometimes more important than transmitting. Particularly if you're, dealing with, whatever. Thomas Bewick says, forget the space, dude. What about the weight? Absolutely. So far, nothing that I've said is too heavy because, again, I'm not bringing all of these things, right? I'm not going to take, all of the HTs. I'm going to take this kit right here. I'm going to have that. Maybe, I'll probably splash in a GMRS radio. Okay. But what about connecting it all? And we'll pack up my bag at the end too, so you don't think I'm lying to you. So along with that too, packing it, that is an Ed Fong roll-up J-pole. Do you need this in a get-home situation? Probably not. So if you want to take that out, you can. Because again, are you setting up a station or are you trying to get home? Are you bugging out? Well, if you're bugging out and you're going to end up somewhere camping, maybe you have this. Don't know. These are ideas. These are ideas for you to think about what it is you do. Thomas Bewick, I hope I'm saying that correctly. I agree completely. Most of my stuff is all lightweight. Lightweight for a reason, because when you start adding ham radio gear, it starts getting heavy. Like, oh, there's Leia's. Hi, Leia. It all starts getting really heavy, like this solar panel. Does this fit in the 18-liter Atom? Yes, it does. Does it have a charge controller? Yes, it does. Can you plug it directly into the 705 and charge it? Absolutely. That's an option. Again, do you need this for getting home? No. What instead I would recommend is a power bank. So this is a RAV Power power bank. This is a 20,000 milliamp hour power bank. Why? Why a power bank? Well, you can add a light, thin solar panel. Again, what are you doing? Are you bugging out, getting home? You may not need this. You may just need a charged power bank. And there are a variety of options that are on Amazon. Hold on, I'll grab it because it's in here. So there's a variety of options on Amazon to take USB out, 5-volt USB out, step it up into something like my Kenwood. So I may not want a solar solution. Again, I'm not trying to set up a station. I'm not trying to live out there necessarily, unless you are, right? So now you got to think. You got to contend with, am I bugging out, in which I'll have to have everything on my back that I've got to carry, do my whole thing, and get going, or am I going to run home and hopefully have generators and power and food and warmth and shelter and all that stuff? I may just want something like this. Connects with USB. USB, it's an up converter, steps into 12 volts or whatever this guy takes. It takes 13.8, but it'll take 12. This steps it up to 12. It'll more or less act like a trickle charge. It's not going to fully charge it quickly. But that does work, and that's an option. So I keep that in the bag with this and the power bank. That might not be on my Amazon store. If you're interested in this. By the way, they sell these. These are on eBay. Let me give you a close-up of that. Hold on. Enhance. This is a USB B winner. Where is it? Horrible. I have the lights up too bright to give you a better exposure. Anyway, B winner USB charging. I'll post the link in the description. Power bank if that's what your jam is. Okay. So that's kind of the comm stuff. Yeah, that's basically the comm stuff. My little pack here. Pens, screwdriver, my lady, my lady lock pick. There it is. Oh, it just ripped that whole thing. Nice. This RCS Tool Co. This is a friction fit lock pick system. And yes, I do actually know how to pick locks. Although okay, in a disaster situation, I'll take a rock and throw it through a window. But, you know, it doesn't take up much weight. And it's so much better than all the other hot garbage that is available that is a pocket lockpick. Most of these are absolute trash. These work really well. This is a 3D printed water key that has bitting for all the major water spigots that you may encounter. That stays in this bag. Why is it pink? Why is it pink? Nobody steals pink tools. And to go along with that, a mini gym, which is primarily for externally facing doors or externally hinging doors, things that you might find on a cafeteria or an assembly room in like a school, or, you know, cafeteria would be the prime example. A lot of industrial commercial buildings have to have externally hinged hinges. Externally hinged hinges, great. Externally hinged doors, because in an event that someone is fleeing in mass numbers, the doors have to open out. If the doors open in, that's a violation of code. So oftentimes from the outside, they're not that difficult to open, so that stays in there. Deviant Alum. K-Booty knows that's exactly why I have that, son. That is exactly why. Deviant Alum is one of my favorite YouTubers. His stuff on the keys that you can experience out in the wild, all that fun stuff, absolutely vital. Right in the Rain tablet. Who doesn't have a bunch of these? And yeah, in the world of locks, bypasses are keys or key. It's great that you can pick locks, but most of the time it doesn't matter. Don't even bother. This is a Rocket Book. It uses these erasable pens to write on it. I just put it there for reference. You don't need to really deal with much of that. Don't worry, we're going to pack this all up. What time we got? We got less than 5 minutes for that contest. Hope you got all in the contest. Did you get in the contest? Do you know about the contest? It's not a contest. It's a giveaway. Did you know about the giveaway? If you join us over on Discord and you click on this little party horn that says 420. Of course it says 420. Oh, Bosnian Bill too. Yeah, Bosnian Bill's legit. Actually, I'm more of a Bosnian Bill fan than the lockpicking lawyer. I like them both, but Bosnian Bill, man, I have many a late night watching Bosnian Bill videos. Great dude. Great dude. Also, some of the other stuff he does is super cool too. So yeah, get in on the giveaway before that's gone. Join the Discord. Links in the description and the top of the chat. Because it's for an abree. Chest harness. Comm stuff. The Kamenga Compass. If you guys know how to use compasses, this is just an example. Kamenga is probably the best one for a military-based azimuth type compass. There are cheaper options. The Brunton, I actually think I have one of them in the Amazon store. The Brunton flat plate compass is probably easier for most people to use. This actually does have a bit of a learning curve to it. Water. I can't believe I waited so long to talk about water, and I already got a bunch. Straws. Stop buying life straws. I can't say that enough. Stop buying life straws. I don't care if you get the mini or the squeeze or whatever. Do not get life straws. Oh, did I kill the audio again? Test. Sorry, mic's probably too close. Better? Better? Am I back? So that's frustrating because I did that whole limiter thing. Your audio use. My audio USB cable. Oh, okay, hold on, sorry. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. I'll take a look after, but I'm back. So I'm gonna sally forth. Is that better? Okay, why life straws? I totally buried the lead. Why life straws are inferior to the Sawyer? Okay, there's many reasons, but let me hit the major ones. The life straw. Oh, the USB plug. Okay, sorry about the plug sound. I'll figure out what's going on. It's probably my connection. I'll have to double check, but the life straws are limited in the gallons that they'll filter. The Sawyer is rated for up to 100,000 gallons, and it actually has a system where you backflow it with a syringe, or they make, if you use a sports container, like a sports nozzle, you can plug it in and squeeze your water bottle and backflush this. These are good way, way, way longer than the life straw. Further, both ends of the Sawyer are, or the receiving end is threaded. So you can connect it to whatever vessel. So if you're using this is kind of the water pickup vessel, dirty water vessel, you attach it, and that's gone. You attach it in, and then you roll squeeze it into your other water vessel, and then that's it. Okay, hold on. Sorry, I'll try and fix it. Why, audio? Why? Testing. I'm still there? Okay, good. Hopefully that got it. The Sawyer Mini, you squeeze it out into whatever vessel is receiving it. Dirty water or your unpurified water, and then you have a purified vessel. I pack it full, so this is full of water, or if you're running on, you're trying to pack more stuff in, leave this empty, leave it all empty, and go in that way. That's one of the reasons why the Sawyer is a lot superior. Okay, so that's water. I have, oh, here's a handy tip. Okay, hair ties. Ladies' hair ties. I buy 2 packs. I give one to my wife, and then I keep one. And then I take them, and I do that thing where you know, when you were a kid and you'd make a bracelet out of them or something like that, or like those rubber bracelets. You take them and bungee cord them so they're a figure 8. And then when you've got a water vessel, you go over one side, around the bottom, over the other side, and it holds it tight, and it won't go over the nozzle. And then you can slam the Sawyer home there, and then that's what goes into your bag. I may not pack this. I still have audio. Oh, man. Having all kinds of problems with my audio. Okay, hold on one second. Let's see what we can do here. Audio is fine. Okay, anyway, loud and clear. Sorry about that. Good. Everybody's got me. All right, this is a SOL Escape Bivvy. Other people will pack emergency blankets, which obviously emergency blankets are tiny for shelters. Emergency blankets are pretty jank shelters though, so not great. SOL Bivvy is kind of a cheap throwaway bivvy sack. It's really just a portable shelter for bad situations. I wouldn't necessarily recommend that you camp in this kind of stuff, but if this is what you had, then, you know. Emergency survival blankets also have a secondary value of, if you find somebody that's in shock, throw them in the emergency blanket, elevate their legs. That's the primary treating for shock. They have a multiple of uses. The only thing they cannot do is refold up as small as they are when they're in the pack. So once you open an emergency survival blanket, you will never get it down this small again. Fresnel lens, or sorry, Fresnel lens, ferrocerium rod, but yes, I do pack a Fresnel lens too. I have a small black kit that is in one of my backpacks, and I can't find it. Two things to mention: ferrocerium rods, obviously Bic lighters. Bic lighters are cheaters' way of doing things. Absolutely have a cheater way of handling something. This is a Acme Tornado whistle. These can be tethered together, packed up into your bag very easily. This is a BioLight headlamp. So flashlights are one thing that's recommended. Definitely like the flashlight. Oh, I missed the giveaway. We'll figure out who won in a second. It has a red light too. Where's the red light? There it is. Red light is nice at night. Protect your night vision. Okay, what else? Rain kit. So rain jacket's always helpful. The ones that you can zip to embiggen or less embiggen. That was a Lux Pro headlamp. No, it was a BioLight headlamp. These REI. Huh, hold on. Should be back. We should be good. Okay, we should be back. Wow, sorry about that, guys. Appreciate you watching, sticking through it. That's kind of a pain. Yeah, I think it might have been a loose connection. We'll find out. Okay, close. Done. Sunblock, as mentioned, for your California people or people that live in the desert or hot environments. This is a Trader Joe's hard mineral sunscreen stick, 50 SPF. It's simple. I'm not showing you anything that's too amazing. Oh, okay. I'll throw kind of like one last more thing before I show you how I pack this. Mechanics gloves. Not the greatest for warmth, but I prefer these for just being outdoors in a lot of cases, hard use. I wouldn't necessarily take these if I was backpacking, but I absolutely will pack them in a get-home/go bag. So, mechanics gloves. There you go. Big recommendation. Okay, let's see how we pack this up. Because you're probably tired of this audio stuff. What's going on with the audio? I apologize. Too much SWR. I don't even have a radio on. Nothing is transmitting. What is happening? I've been taking a drink every time you lose audio. I am good and drunk now, says Cliff. Sorry, Cliff. Sorry about that. Okay, charging cable goes back in my little hidey hole here in the bag. The Green family says, hey, can you send me a QSL card? I never got one from you. Did you send me one? I'll reply. It just takes me a little while. So I put the radio stuff in the bottom, actually. This radio box, I shoved that to the bottom. Why? Because I'm probably not in a dire situation where I need to have a radio on me immediately. What's next? My little admin pouch with pens slides in. I will take... What else? What was the other thing? My clothes. Clothes are a handy thing. Goes on top of the admin pouch or underneath it. Did it fix the audio after I jiggled the cable? Yeah, we'll talk about food in a second. We'll add some food here at the end. What else? Jacket. That rain jacket. We've already got the first aid stuffed in top. Why is the rain jacket up at top? Because if it rains, you're going to need it. Gloves, you may need that immediately. My battery, and the cable's already inside. Oh, odd. Okay, so it's good. Maybe it was just a cable problem. So there's that. What else do we want to throw in here? See, I got a lot of options, so I can throw my my J-pole in there if I want to. Got to get our water in here, so we'll do that. Water filter goes on the side next to the radios. Oh, okay, good. So it's... Maybe I got it. What's that REI gear? Your audio dropped. Okay. So I got the water treatment, the radio kit, my UV sunscreen goes with the battery. The John Bloodworth. Most of the stuff that I'm showing today should already be on the Amazon. But if you'd like, I can add more. Okay, so we've got first aid in here. We've got the radio kit. What else can we add? Well, I didn't talk about it, but we should definitely add some food. So Brian, who said that? Todd Riddle. I don't have permission to send out messages in the giveaway in the Discord server. Not sure why. Because if I did that, everybody would post in the giveaway channel and bury the giveaway. So that would make it hard for people to be able to join the giveaway. If you won, I will contact you. So I will contact you. A couple of bars go in. Okay, so that's pretty much the main body of it. You can add more or less. You can add that buff that goes on the radios, or it was supposed to. So we'll zipper closed here. On the side, which I didn't really talk about this, but that tech pouch. Why not, since you've got that, your Mophie Link TNC, KISS TNC, take your GDD Pocket 2 for doing WinLink email and throw that right in there. And there you go. So there you go. The the bug out bag as packed with my this pillow is my favorite thing. I love this pillow so much. Oh, that's funny. Anyway, so there's the bug out bag packed. Weighs, I weighed it before and it was under 15 pounds with the water, which is exactly perfect to hike with. You forgot wire tie wraps. Oh, yeah. All that stuff is stuff you can add that won't add too much appreciable weight. So there you go. And if you want to take that Go 10 off, I would recommend that. Okay. Leia, get out. I'm using Leia to hold up the bag right now. Don't tell Leia. So sorry about the audio, guys. I think we solved it, but wow, bummed out about that. I apologize. I hope it wasn't too jarring to lose me for a second there. Hopefully we sorted that out. Let's see who won. Boop, boop, boop. It was Pistolero. Pistolero won. Congratulations, Pistolero. That's great. Okay, cool. So I will contact you and where to send this amazing Brie chest harness. If you'd like to see the Brie chest harness and the Coaxure chest harness, I did post the Whacktastic video there. It's already up on my channel, so you can go check that out. Will Leia pillows be added to Ham Tactical? No, I don't want you all to have a pillow of my wife. You crazy, crazy people. All right. So right on, everybody. Thank you so much. That was a lot of fun. I now have to put all this gear away, but now it's back in the bag, so most of it's good. But, you know, again, I showed solar panels. I showed some food stuff. I showed a compass if you need compass and maps, all that stuff. you would swap things out, maybe plus up your bag. So I have an 18. Again, that is an 18-liter bag. 18-liter bag is not a lot. So if you plus that up to like a 30, you can do way better with putting food in there, an ability to cook food. You can get a small tent. You can do a lot of great stuff if you have something like a 30-liter bag. That'll do a lot better for you. SC Flowers, have a good one. Linux in the Ham Shack is going live here for the QSO Today Ham Fest, and good luck to them for the rest of the weekend. I'll be checking in for sure. Cool. So yeah, if you liked any of the links to stuff like that, is in the Amazon link in my Amazon store below. Just being forewarned, I am an Amazon affiliate, so I get a little piece of the action when you buy. It doesn't cost you anymore, but just FYI. So to wrap things up, want to say a big thank you to everybody watching. Really appreciate the thumbs up. Appreciate you subscribing. For you newbies out there, we are going to Discord. I'll be there in about 10 minutes or so, and we'll be live streaming to Twitch, which is twitch.com/Ham Radio Crash Course. And we'll be doing a live discussion, usually on the show topic, but we'll take any questions on Ham Radio, any questions you want. Again, we're out here to try and help get people interested in the hobby and the fun they can have with it. So please consider joining us out on Discord. Link is in the description and pinned at the top of the chat there. But before I go, big shout out. Thank you to the patrons. You guys make a lot of this stuff possible. Some of the bag that I bought, that Patagonia bag, I should have mentioned that. I do have another Patagonia bag that I bought at the Gardens of Gods in Colorado Springs, Colorado. Great park. I liked it so much I bought a Patagonia bag with embroidery on it. But this Patagonia bag, I got it for the reasons that I showed, where it zips open from the top and opens wide. So you can go direct into it and pull things out that way. Not the greatest if you're standing up, right? If you're standing out and going and doing all this stuff. Not the best, but if you have a medical emergency, you lay the bag down, whoosh, open it up, and then boom, you got access to it. Maybe something you need. Very important. So appreciate all the patrons making it happen. I really do. It really does support the channel. But hopefully we got some things that I do with our patron picks, our QSL card stickers, all the presentation slides for all my presentations go to Patreon, and I have a monthly newsletter that I put out during the month. I always hit the month, but I'm definitely not the first day of the month. I apologize for that, by the way, but hey man, I'm busy. You can't be doing 2 to 3 videos a week and a live stream and Ham Nation and get the newsletter done. So I appreciate the support. Anything I can get, I'll take. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Nick Smith with a super chat, 73. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate it. And I hope everybody enjoyed the show. We're probably gonna slide away from the preparedness stuff for the next couple of streams and get some radio action going. We'll be doing live contacts next week, so make sure you do hit that notification bell so you will be notified. And it may be a random stream. We'll definitely do the Saturday stream, assuming I can. More to come on that. We'll be doing the Saturday 5 p.m. stream, just like we normally do. There will probably be another stream, 1 or 2 during the week, and as well as Ham Nation, because we have the Last Man Standing stuff coming up. And I'm a big supporter of John and all the folks that are involved with what they were doing, what they did. And it's sad to see it go, but I'm glad at the end I can be involved. So that is what I will say on that. Until I talk to you again, 73. Enjoy the memes. I gotta figure out what's wrong with this audio. Take it easy, everybody.